It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Our conversation with Denise Liggett of the Indiana County Tourist Bureau, brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And Denise, I am so happy always to have you on the air, but I really considered not allowing you to come on the air today and make this announcement because I don't want to hear it. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I'm very happy about what I'm going to announce. I'm just not too excited to be on the radio to have to announce this.
Well, it's,
To me, it's like, just let me go. I'm retiring from the Tourist Bureau, and this year in April, at the end of April. And like I said, I am excited, and at the same time, I don't see any reason about making a fuss, but it's like, oh, you have to do a press release, and you have to do this and do that, and you should be on Todd's show. So I'm telling you, Todd.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Well, Denise,
okay, bye.
You and I have been talking on the air for, oh, my goodness, you've been there, 10 years or so?
Yeah.
10 years?
Yes.
That's the exact number.
Well, it's a little over 10. I came in 2009, and I did special events and advertising. Mm-hmm. Then I left for a couple months, mm-hmm. and then I came back. And when I came back in 2013, the executive board had asked me to come in and be the interim director, and then I stayed.
Yeah, you sure did. And you did so well in terms of the actual nuts and bolts of the job, but then in terms of just coming on and keeping people up to date here on Indiana in the Morning and in the various other outlets that you use, it has been such a joy working with you down through the years, and we're gonna miss you.
Thanks.
You know that. But do you have plans for your retirement? You going to cruise off into the sunset? Don't share too much, but
no. I was given some very good advice by Cindy Rogers, who sits on our board, mm-hmm. and she said, Denise, someone gave me this advice. Your first year, just say no. And I loved it. I said, Cindy, you're so right. So I'm just going to say no. I'm going to do projects in my home that have needed to be done for over 10 years. Mm-hmm. And then, I'll see. Maybe I'll go back to work. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do something part-time. Pick up and volunteer work. I don't know. I just have this day and this decision, and I'm just very grateful that I turned 67 this month, and so after last year and the whole COVID and everything that went on, I just thought life is too short, so go for it. So I am.
Denise, of course, the executive director of the Indiana County Tourist Bureau. Think back over the years. I know there have been many, many highlights for you, but to you, what really stands out about this particular job?
Well, I remember when I started in 2009, the KCAC was being built, and it seemed like we were over there almost every day with a hard hat on, giving somebody a tour.
Mm-hmm. Still have that hat?
No, we had to turn them in. But, it was exciting, and then, of course, the Hilton opened their doors, and that was exciting. But probably the first project that I myself was really involved with as a director was when the 2014 Governor's Awards for the Arts came to IUP. Mm-hmm. And I was asked to come and serve on this committee, and I found myself in Dr. Driscoll's executive conference room with all these high-level IUP folks, deans, and I thought, oh my, and then all these high-level community leaders. And it was intimidating. It was like, oh, okay. And then that project was so fun, and I got to go to Harrisburg, and I attended that year's event so that we could see what to expect when it came to Indiana, to IUP. Mm-hmm. And I met so many people on that committee that, I've had as friendships and relationships and partners to this point now. And I'm just so grateful for all those. It just opened so many doors for me, and I took advantage, and I walked through every one of them. And what I gained from that is priceless.
Yeah, well, it sure sounds like it was a great foundational start for you. It sort of pushed you through the door and got you moving, huh?
Yeah, it did. And like I said, a lot of those people at IUP, I'm just so grateful that I had a chance to meet them and work with them and do so many fun projects. And, of course, just all through the county. And It's a Wonderful Life, working on that for so many years, and IACT and all the fairs, and Parks and Trails, Trees for Troops. That was something I was on the committee with as well.
Yeah.
And did that every year. And then, of course, PETA, when that came to town in 2019, the conference came, and I worked closely with Byron Stauffer and his incredible team. That was so much fun. And one of the highlights of their conference, Pennsylvania Economic Development Association, they have a blowout party one night, and so we took them down to Disobedience, and we had buses and food from all the different restaurants throughout Indiana County, and they said that it was now going to be the standard, that that was going to be the mark. People had to beat our mark of what we put on, and I was thrilled. I was thrilled for Byron because he was just, they were all impressed with what he did and his team did in Indiana County, so it was great.
All these years with the Indiana County Tourist Bureau, and you have had the opportunity to sort of present Indiana County to people who might not have any idea of what we have here. And you certainly do have the assets to do that, don't you? When you look at all of the trails, you look at the Jimmy Stewart Museum, you look at, I think the number one asset for Indiana County is the people living in it. It's a special place, and I'm saying that you don't hang around as the president or the executive director of the Indiana County Tourist Bureau without all of those wonderful, wonderful things to tout.
Oh my, it's a pleasure to be able to promote Indiana County and all that we have here, and Ed Patterson out at the Parks and Trails, and of course over at the Jimmy Stewart Museum. I mean, we have so many things that we can highlight and attract people, and it's been so fun over the years to receive the positive impact that when people will call us and they'll say, oh, we were there and we visited and we loved it, or they come into our office and we hand them out all the information about what they can do, and they're thrilled. They're just thrilled to be here. So it's good, and of course then it's a Wonderful Life, and the parade with Hasty, Donley, Kinter, and just all that fun, and Linda Mitchell from downtown Indiana. And, of course, I've been very blessed with a great board who always supported me, and they've just been wonderful. And, you're only as good as your team. And I've been very, very fortunate and very grateful for those that I've worked with and that I'm working with now. And it's amazing. I could not believe when I moved back from Atlanta that this is where I'd be.
Denise Liggett is the executive director of the Indiana County Tourist Bureau for a while longer. At least we get to hold on to you for a little bit before you move on. In all of your time at the Tourist Bureau, of course, you meet with so many others from other counties who have the same role as you or similar roles. Maybe the titles aren't the same, but they do the same functions. And I'm sure that those relationships are very special to you as well. What do you hear from them about what Indiana County has been able to do? I'm sure that some of the things that Indiana County does are things that others adopt because it's worked so well here.
Yes. I believe Indiana County, well, we have, over 300 members for us and for the Tourist Bureau. That's a little bit higher than some of the other regional locations. And of course, the larger ones not. But I've been very fortunate. They're the group for like Butler County and Mercer and Lawrence County, Johnstown. We Armstrong. We have a great relationship and we work together well, and that's helped to build a good relationship and do promotions. We promote the 119 corridor. We promote 22 corridor. It's a partnership, and of course a partnership with all of our members, Smithsburg and Blairsville and Homer City and Clymer. Those have all been really great partnerships, and we're fortunate that we have so many like that. Like Butler. Now, Butler's awesome. Butler is so big, though. Their big anchor is the fact that they're so close to Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
But we have so many special, unique communities here that it's not so, it's the Amish and it's the Underground Railroad and it's, a lot more history.
Yeah. Yeah. And, just taking advantage of all of these wonderful assets, that's part of what the Indiana County Tourist Bureau is all about. Plus, you get the chance every month to talk to me. So what a blessing of a life you have.
I know. I'm going to miss you, Todd.
Well, we'll certainly miss you, and we've got a few more months left with you, and so we're going to take advantage of every second of them. Denise Liggett announcing her retirement as Executive Director of the Indiana County Tourist Bureau today. Denise, anything else you want folks to know about?
Well, I just want everyone to know that Laura Harrington, who has been basically my assistant director for the last number of years, Laura and I have worked together for over 7 years. She will be the interim executive director. So you'll have Laura that you can tease and make nervous when she's talking to you.
Laura doesn't still get nervous, does she?
I'll let you ask Laura.
I know she does. I know she does. I got it. Denise, work on her in your time left there, okay?
I will.
Oh, she's such a wonderful lady. And,
she's awesome.
She's going to do terrific.
Smart. She's going to do a great job. She has new ideas. She's younger. It's going to be great.
Denise Liggett, I want to thank you for being with us here this morning and look forward to talking with you in the future as well. And, of course, continued best wishes for you, whatever it is that you decide to do and wherever it is you decide to go. But thanks for spending some time with us this morning for this very special announcement.
Thank you, Todd.
Lovely day today, okay?
And you as well. Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM and AM 1160.